Okay, so we are starting with today's session with what is algorithm, what is a flowchart, and we'll go deep down into, because we can't directly jump into a code. Why so? Because first of all we need a proper procedure of everything. As for something, if you're preparing something, if you have a problem and you need to think about the solution, then obviously you don't directly jump into the solution like we will get into the computer and code suddenly. No. So there is certain things you need to think. So that is the algorithm which gives you step by step procedures that what should be your next thing. So we'll get into what is an algorithm, what is flowchart, and what are the things. So let's go into it and will not waste much time. So let's go. Let us start with the basics of computer programming. As I said, that we'll go deep down into what is algorithm, what is flowchart. Before that, let's first see this thing. Computer programming basics. Computer programmings are a detailed set of instructions given to the computer. So what are computer programs? Basically we are giving a set of instructions. See, we don't give one or two instructions. Obviously we give a set of instruction which consists of more than one programs, more than one instruction. It has n numerous of instructions at a time we are giving it to the computer. That what this line means. Okay, they tell the computer what actions you want the computer to perform, the order those actions should happen in. So basically what the computer programming things give you is the actions performed timely and step by step, that first this will be performed, then this, then this, then this. This is a proper structure of everything. So that order is maintained over here. Another thing is, an effective program therefore needs a thorough understanding of the problem, a well thought out step by step solution to the problem. So here with the thing you are getting an idea that what is effective programming. Like doing a program and then it's done, that is not the thing. You first need to have a good programming thing. For that reason what you need to do is you need to understand the problem. What is the problem? Having a step by step solution. Think it like, okay, don't think it like programming. Let me give you a simple example. Think it like you are making a recipe of, maybe you want to make a roll. Let's take an example of simplest example. I am taking a roll, that I want to make a roll. So directly you will just first heat the pan and then start the thing. No, first you will think what are the things to be given into the roll, like maybe cucumber, then maida is needed, then oil is needed, you need eggs if you are making egg roll. So the things which you need, you will first check whether it is there in the pantry or not, whether it is there in your house or not, and if it is there, then you will first chop those things and you will get it ready step by step. Then only you will heat the pan and put oil into it. So this is a step by step procedure before jumping directly into the computer and start your code. First of all you need to have a step by step, that what is your problem, how can you solve it, by first doing a step by step procedure. So that is what is over here. Okay, moving on to algorithm. I told you like a few minutes ago that I will tell what is, in today's video I will cover the thing what is algorithm, what is flowchart. So I am covering the thing what is algorithm. Algorithm is basically an outline for how your computer program will work. It is a procedure, a step by step instruction for solving a problem. So basically you are giving a step by step procedure of solving a particular problem. You can't directly jump into it. You first need to have a rough idea of what is the thing and then reach to the output, and then you can then implement it into the code. That is what algorithm says. There are step by step instructions of a particular problem. Breaking down, basically algorithm means what? Breaking the problem into simpler or sub problems, sub tasks you can say. That is what is algorithm. There we write, the algorithm is what, where we write, we are breaking down the problems into simpler, smaller tasks. That is written in the algorithm. Okay, what are the properties of algorithm? An algorithm must possess the following properties. So you need to effectively see that what are the points mentioned over here, that what the algorithm should possess. First is finiteness. Okay, what do you mean by finiteness? The algorithm must always terminate after a finite number of steps. Okay, so there could not be like infinitely you are writing an algorithm. That is not at all possible. You need to stop at some point of time. Like it's not like it is in 3 steps it's completed, it's 5 steps it's completed. I'm not saying like that, but in some point of time you need to stop. That is the main thing. You can't infinitely go on and on you're writing an algorithm and you're going on and on, you're writing step by step. That is not possible. You need to stop at some point of time. That is what says finiteness should be there. Definiteness. Each step must be precisely defined. Okay, so you can use a short thing in while writing the step, but while you're writing an algorithm, there are things to be mentioned in that definiteness comes, which means you have to define the step properly so that when you code, you can understand what is written in the algorithm. That is what says definiteness. Coming to input. An algorithm has 0 or more inputs. What it happens? Let me give you an example of this thing, that is input. Maybe you want to print a message. Let's say hello world, or maybe you want to print good morning or something. That could be printed without you are defining any variable, giving any input. Maybe there is a runtime or maybe it's a compile time. I will come into it, that what is the runtime and compile time. Maybe you had defining a variable and then that is compile time, and if you are asking from the user, that is a runtime. So that is what is it. So here input can be 0, can be more inputs. It has 0 or more inputs. So it's possible that if you want to print a message, then obviously you no need any input, just you write printf and then you can print the message into double quotes. That's it. Output should be there. At least one output is important. It can have one or more output, but at least one should be. It's not possible that you are having 0 output. That is not possible, because you are writing a code, you are writing a program, of course with the aim or that you want to print something, you want the output. So output has to be there. That is the thing. Okay, so effectiveness is the last point. All operations to be performed must be sufficiently basic that can be done exactly and infinite length. Okay, so all the thing which you are mentioning in the algorithm, that should have an effect into it, that yeah, this is sufficiently basic and that could be performed in a finite length. It's not like that you are writing anything in the algorithm. That is not at all possible. So what are the steps to be kept in mind when you are writing an algorithm? The points to be mentioned, and that should be clearly visible in when you are writing an algorithm. That is finiteness, definiteness, input, output and effectiveness. These all should be there whenever you are writing an algorithm. Okay,